Alright, so, yeah, I've been having some difficulties. Things are not going as I'd hoped, or as I planned, or as I wished. So, as you may or may not know, I have been trying to save up money to get the hell out of where I'm living right now and to somewhere I hopefully can be more happy and healthy. Because right now I'm not doing good. I'm doing bad. Mental health's pretty terrible, and my morale is low. Very, very low. Because no matter what I do, nothing goes right. And it's okay to not be okay, which is why I'm here today. And I'm going to talk about it for a little bit while we wait for Falamon and everything else that's going on today. So, even before the weekend, I wasn't doing great. I was really looking forward to the weekend, and the weekend did happen, and I did have fun. Um, some unexpected things, whatever. Rolled with it. Got through the weekend good. It was all right. Going great. Then got back home. Was pretty tired, but still couldn't sleep because I was still pretty wired from the weekend. All charged up and whatnot from having had a good time, and couldn't fucking sleep. So I streamed, played some games, even commented while I was streaming that I should be sleeping right now. But, I didn't. I went until my body finally said, you can sleep now, and started, taking me to Sleepyland. And then raided out quick and, went to bed. Now, a friend of mine was expecting me to pick them up and take them for a drug test for work. And that didn't work out because I slept like 12 plus hours because I was exhausted from having not really slept and just from the weekend and having fun and whatever. And even that wasn't without its stressors. But, that didn't work out, so I feel like shit about that, and I should. They were counting on me, and I let them down. So, there's that. Then on top of that, I haven't been able to save money at all. Like, I have probably $1 to $5 maybe in my bank account. And that's it. That's all my money, that's my assets, that's everything I own. All of my money went to bills, and even a couple of those are still behind, because I'm not doing good mentally, and that's fucking me over with work, because I can't really get out there and work when I'm not feeling good, and I'm not sleeping, because my job involves me driving, and if I can't drive, I'm fucked. Because that's my entire job. And I can't even work a normal 9 to 5 because I can't fucking sleep, so I can't be reliable to show up at like a normal job. It just ain't gonna happen. It's not something I can control. If it was, I would. I can't. So I don't know what to do, and I'm scared. And it's okay. Learning to come to terms with the fact that sometimes you're just not okay, and things are not going to be okay for a while, is hard. And even when you are good at it, which I hope to God none of you ever have to be, because it sucks. Being able to just accept and move through situations like this is a gift and a curse. because it means that you have been through so much bullshit, so much horrible, bad mental health, just bad physical health, bad everything, just bad shit, that you can come out the other side of whatever bad situation and be like, it wasn't that bad. I've been through worse. It is very rare I find a situation where I'm like, yeah, I really just haven't been through worse than that before. And I know there's plenty worse out there. I just haven't been through it. But like, I feel like shit. My house is a fucking mess. It's disgusting. I want to fix it. I want to clean it. And I can't, because every time I go to start cleaning it, my brain just shuts down because my mother and a whole bunch of other shit has me fucked in the head. So every time I try to do that kind of stuff, it just doesn't work. Like, my brain just does not compute. It shuts down. My body starts hurting. I start feeling like I'm going to hyperventilate and pass out. Sometimes I do. Like, it's not good. And like, I can't handle that shit by myself. I've tried. I've tried so fucking hard to get this shit done, to get it fixed. And sometimes I can fix it a little bit, just working through it a little bit at a time. But working through it a little bit at a time takes like the entire day, because that's like 5 minutes of working, 20 minutes of sitting just to recover from my mental shit, and then another 5 minutes of stressing myself the fuck out, working on it, another 20 minutes of sitting, and so forth. And sometimes it's even longer breaks than that because I can't recover fast enough, because it's got me so fucked in the head I can't. Like right now, my anxiety symptoms are at a pretty premium high. Like right now, my mouth is dry, even though I can feel it's wet. There's a strange taste in my mouth. I don't know where that's coming from, and that stresses me out more. Then I got, like, normally I have anxiety-based or depression-based, I'm not really sure anymore, chest pains that never really go away. They're always there. So my chest, the left side, right over my heart, is always hurting, kind of. It's more like a pressure, even, sometimes. It's really weird. And my arms will hurt randomly, so I'm always questioning whether today's the day I'm going to have a fucking heart attack and fall over, which is even more stressful. And it just keeps compounding. Stress is like that, and so is anxiety. The more of it you have, the more of it you have. And it's a self-filling issue. Because the more you're anxious about one thing, the more you're anxious about everything. And once you're up there, you're up here real fucking high on that anxiety ladder. There ain't no way back down, because there's people climbing up behind you and problems climbing up behind you, and the water is filling the room you're in. Like, you are about to drown if you don't keep climbing. So you keep climbing and keep climbing and keep climbing, barely keeping above the water. And sometimes when you fall off that ladder because your arms and legs and body are just so fucking tired, you can't keep climbing anymore. But you can't float either. This water ain't like that. For whatever reason, you can't just float on the top. You just start sinking. And you're just staring up through this water at the ladder, hopefully looking for it, waiting. And sometimes, if you're lucky, something reaches down, grabs you, and pulls you back up on that ladder, and you keep going. And man, it sucks. Constant tiredness, the achiness, the bullshit mentally. I mean, every little weird feeling I have gives me a fucking anxiety attack. So I'm like, what if that's some other fucking health problem? Because A, I don't got the money to deal with that. B, I can't get mental health treatment right now. Like, even though 2 or 3 places that there are like 3 places in town that take my insurance that are not like inpatient places, and I am not doing inpatient. I've been in those places before. They are not for me. They do not work. They do not help. They make it worse. At least for me. Some people they help. They do not help me. But even they are booked out and have like full beds. They don't got no room. Then they've got, all these doctors out here and nurses that quit for various reasons. Maybe it was, they weren't for the vaccine mandates. Maybe they were not for being treated like shit by their patients during the stressful time, or just not working during a pandemic because they got families to look after, or people at home that are immunocompromised. I can't fault them for any of these reasons. They're all perfectly valid. They have their own reasons, and you got to respect that, whatever it is, whether you agree with it or not. Then, like, my hands just start fucking twitching sometimes. My arms, my legs, it's fucked. There's nothing going on good right now. Not one thing right now is going good, aside from streaming. Streaming is my rope. It is what is keeping me fixed to that ladder. It's keeping me climbing up. Because it's giving me something to focus on, something positive, something good. So that's why I do it. I stream because it helps me. Because it's fun. Because I get to meet all these amazing, wonderful people. And, like, just hang out and be who I am. I ain't gotta hide it because I'm at work. I ain't gotta hide it because I'm at fucking, so-and-so's fucking house. And, like, even when I'm at my relatives' houses, my legs are tapping constantly. Anybody with serious anxiety knows what I'm fucking talking about. They are going like fucking the best drummer going for the hardest bass you've ever heard. Like, I'm talking the fastest, nastiest, ripping bass line you've ever seen. Like, that kick drum has got a hole in it and it's still going. Like, it's not good. Like, I'm sure I'd make a fantastic kick drummer, but, like, I can't use my arms that well. So I wouldn't be able to drum the rest of it. But you give me a kick drum, I'll go fucking all day, fam. I will beat you a beat so fast it sounds like one constant fucking note. Because my legs, they never stop tapping. Always tapping. And it pisses people off to no end. Because they don't understand. And they don't have to understand. It's not their issue that they deal with it, You can explain it to them and they'll still never understand. So, like, I've had people stick a fork against my leg and say, if you keep tapping your leg, I'm going to press harder and harder till it goes through and you stop tapping your leg. And they've done it, and it's gone into my leg. Because I can't fucking help it. Like, I can stop it for maybe a minute or two, but the moment my brain is off of exactly keeping my legs still, anything, they're going again, and I can't help it. And nobody cares, nobody understands. Because men are, looked down on for having mental health issues, which is why it's important we talk about it. Because if we don't talk about it, and we don't normalize this shit, and people can get some fucking help, there's a reason men have such a high suicide rate. I mean, really, it's a problem. Because men don't get help. Because there's no help for men. Women complain constantly about how they're always told, oh, you're just being dramatic, or oh, you're just, PMSing, or oh this, or oh that. Men get told a lot of the same shit. Because there's a lot of people that should not be in certain fields of medicine. They're there because it's profitable and they don't have to do a lot of work and they're not really exposed to infectious disease, but they don't really do it because they have a passion for it, because they really want to help. So, like, finding one good therapist in 1,000 is probably a, current ratio. Because there's so many therapists out there, but all of them take various different insurances. Most of them do not take mine. So there's like 3 in my city that do, that are not inpatient. And the one that I would really like to see is like half an hour away from me. So, I mean, it's not a short drive. It takes a lot of gas to get there, but it was worth it because I was getting, I don't know, I felt like I was getting something out of it. Like, I felt like it was actually working, maybe, or just helping. There was never enough time, don't get me wrong. I mean, I feel like I need to talk with somebody like a day at a time. Like, I need to really get like some therapy. But even in them inpatient places, that's not how that works. You still only have like an hour. And then you're sitting in a room alone, if you're lucky, and just existing. Like, there's nothing really else to do in those mental patient places. Like, there's a TV, but what's on it ain't something nobody wants to watch. And you don't get to control that, so you just have to live with whatever's on or just shut up and deal with it. Because they can't put a TV in every room because patients try to hang themselves with cords. Those places are for people that have like serious mental health issues and are like about to die. Like, it should never get to that point because people should be getting help beforehand, but they can't. But yeah. And like, even my doctor, like, if I got sick today, I wouldn't be able to see my fucking doctor to actually get like medicine or anything, or help, or an exam of any kind, for 6 months because they are so understaffed and overworked that they are booked solid for 6 months out for any kind of examination. It doesn't matter if you're like dying sick. They just tell you to go to an ER if it's so bad. And then a lot of people can't handle those bills, so they don't go, so they die. Or they just have to suffer with the fact that they're sick for like 5 times longer than needed because, that's how long it takes for their system to kick it. Or, whatever. But none of this is good, fam. I mean, shit is bad right now. People think the war in fucking Ukraine is bad, man. Fucking the war on mental health and physical health here in the U.S. is getting pretty bad. We're turning into a fucking third world country because we've got no way to deal with fucking nothing right now because nobody wants to work. Half the people that don't want to work can't work. Anyway, so then you got like the people who can work but won't work for any number of reasons that are valid for them. And then you've got the people who are out there working still that are like, I don't want to work either, but I'm going to keep working because, the money's good, or because, I can't just not work. Like, I can't even just not work, but I don't fucking have a choice. Like, every fucking time I go to do work, I have to, like, check out a bunch of things. Like, I got to see, is the work profitable today? Because sometimes it's not. So I'll be sitting there watching all day and I just won't see a job that's worth leaving the house. Because I'd either I'd like make $2, maybe. And be burning a bunch of gas and putting miles on my car. Or like... Or like my mental health would be so shit I'm having like just anxiety attacks just being alive. Just like everything's got me on edge that day. And driving when you're anxious as shit like that is not easy. It's hard. And it sucks. Because everything in you, like you can't breathe. Like your chest feels tight. You know you can get air in. You can feel the air going into your lungs and filling them. But you still feel like you can't breathe. Like you're being stifled. Like there's a pillow over your face and you just can't breathe. You're dying. You feel like you're dying all day, every day. Like right on the edge of death. Like you are like the fucking tunnel is going dark and you are dying right now. That is the feeling you have when you have serious anxiety. And it's like that all day, every day, 365. And even on the days where it's less bad, where you feel quote unquote normal, normal for you is still holy fuck for somebody else. Like, because if somebody else was feeling that way, they'd think they were dying too. Like, even right now, just talking about it, my hands are starting to fucking shake because I'm getting anxiouser. Because it's not going to make it better, but you have to make it worse to make it better. Because if you don't ever talk about it, it never gets better. So even though it feels bad to talk about it, even though you're scared to talk about it, even though you get anxious talking about it, talk about it anyway. Talk until the world listens. Or until you feel better. Or both. Both is probably the best. So now I get to sit here, have a borderline anxiety attack because I'm just losing my fucking mind. And that's on me. That's not anybody else's fault. It's not anybody else's problem. It is my problem. Because I have to deal with that. And I deal with that every day of my life, constantly. It is my ever-burning problem, and it is exhausting. Because constantly having to fight your brain to say, I'm not dying, I am okay. And getting it to recognize that is impossible. Because it's up there just pumping you full of adrenaline and whatever else it can because it thinks you're dying and it's trying to save your life. But it's not helping because there's no communication. You can't tell it to stop. It's just up there doing it anyway. And like even right now, like I said, I'm getting fucking anxious as shit. but I need to keep talking. Because if I don't stop talking, I can't think. And if I can't think, I'll be less anxious eventually when these fucking, hormones and whatever the fuck else it's pumping in there, the adrenaline and what have you, fade out. Because once they get out of my system, I'll start calming the fuck down and I'll feel better. But I have to keep talking till then. Because if I don't, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. But yeah, so I don't know anymore, chat. Sometimes I don't. I don't really know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I just know that I'm not okay. And I don't know if I'm going to be okay. And sometimes you have to accept the fact that you just don't know what's going to happen next. Because, like, right now, I have no idea what's going to happen fucking tomorrow, today, nothing. Like, I got nothing. Every plan I have set forth, every thing I have tried to do has failed. Like, even streaming is fun and it helps me, so I do it. But I don't feel like I'm successful at it. I don't feel like I'm that entertaining. I feel like I'm just kind of chewing up the bandwidth here, just talking about nothing for myself and myself only to hear. Like, I don't have anything I'm good at, you know what I mean? Like, I can tell a joke, right? But you can't really make money doing that. Like, there's plenty of professional comedians out there. They don't really need more. So you gotta have something that sets you apart. You gotta have some kind of a story, or you gotta have some kind of a shtick. And I don't have that. Aside from being just lewd, crude, and, who I am, that's my shtick. I just am who I am, and y'all can fuck off if you want me to be something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who I am. I am me. Me is who I am. But I can also be anybody I want to be. That's one thing I've always been strangely good at. I'm like a chameleon. Like, you can put me in a group of people, any group of people, and I will become adopted by that group of people very quickly. I'm fairly good at it. Because I know how to associate with people. I got all these social skills. Like, I know how to make friends anywhere I go. You could put me in you could put me in a group of people that hate my fucking guts and leave me there to die. And I will find a way to keep going. I will find a way to make at least one person in that group like me. And once one person likes me, two people will like me. And then by the time I'm done, the whole group of people that fucking hates me likes me. And I hate it. And sometimes it's just not going to happen. There are certain people that just will not like you. It does not matter what you do. It wouldn't matter if you sucked their cock. They would hate you. Because that's just who they are. And who they are is hating you. You know? And that's okay. Because fuck them. Because I personally don't really give a shit about what anybody thinks about me but me. So, like, if you hate me, if you love me, both of these things I do not really care about. Like, I do, but I don't. Like, it doesn't change who I am as a person knowing these things. Or hearing these things. Who I am as a person at the core will not change because of this. I could literally be aware that literally everyone in existence hates my guts. And be okay with it. Because for years and years and years, I was so depressed and anxious, and still am, that every day my own brain tells me that's the truth, that everybody fucking hates me, that I'm a worthless piece of shit, and sometimes it's right, because sometimes I really am. And that's okay, because that's just normal. It's okay to kind of be worthless once in a while. Not everybody's good at everything. There have been plenty of things in this world I'm alright at, and plenty of things that I am really bad at. Like, I can't bake from scratch for shit. Like, if you give me ingredients and tell me go bake a cake, but you don't give me a recipe, it ain't going to happen. I'm not going to be able to figure out ratios to make that happen, probably. I might be able to. Maybe. Who knows? I've never tried it. And I don't really have the space to try that in this house, and it would be a mess that I would then have to clean up, and that's a whole thing. Right there, right there. You see what just happened right there? That was an anxiety spiral. What I call them, at least. So what happens is you start thinking about doing something. Like I was thinking about, that might be interesting to try, see if I could do that. And then suddenly my brain kicks in with the depression and is like, yo, not going to happen. And then you just get all these reasons why it's not going to happen. And like sometimes that's paralyzing, man. I mean, it really gets to you. It's like instantaneous. It's like a switch gets flipped. You start going up, 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 up the roller coaster, and then all of a sudden the operator just slams it in reverse. Like, I don't even know if that's possible on most roller coasters. I'm sure there's a roller coaster or two out there where it is perfectly possible. But, it's just... It's fucked. Like, right now, my house is disgusting. There's trash places just on the floor. It's bad. Kind of smells in here a little bit. There's not really much room to walk around right now because I don't have things organized very well, and there's some trash on the floor, and there's some this on the floor and that on the floor. Plus, I had things moved around because I was trying to put things away, trying to change things up, trying to pack things away, trying to get things figured out. So, I've got shit just everywhere. I mean, I just took down my Christmas lights outside because I always leave them up till after Easter at least because I like to see them during Easter. And anybody who thinks that's tacky, fuck you, I don't really care. It's what I like, and you can suck it. So, I have those sitting over there in a corner. I have nowhere to put them. I didn't own Christmas lights. My neighbors were like, oh, hey, would you like to borrow some Christmas lights? We have a bunch extra. And I'm like, sure, I'll borrow some Christmas lights and hang them up. That'd be nice. Make the outside look nice. And I asked if they minded if I left them up. They said, no, not really. And we would always have a chuckle about the fact that they're still up together every now and then. And finally I took them down the other day because it was a nice day. And I felt, that's something productive to do. Oh, that's my kitchen timer. I was like, what the fuck is that sound? I had it set for like 90 minutes too, because I was trying to turn it off, but I guess I did not succeed. So now I'm going to see how long that beeps. I don't know if it's going to stop on its own or if I have to go over there and touch it. So we're going to give it a few minutes here to see if that stops. So I'm sorry if that beeping annoys you, but I've never really used that kitchen timer before, and I kind of want to know if it just shuts itself off or if I have to turn it off. I thought I'd use it way more than I do, but for the longest time I didn't have any batteries for it, and I didn't have any money for batteries, and then finally I got batteries, so I put them in it, and then I just was so used to not having it, I just kind of got used to timing it other ways. Like, it's this whole thing. Like, right now I've got I gotta go through so much shit. I gotta, pack up my books. I want to make this move happen. If I need to just, sell a fucking kidney, I'll fucking do it. I'm not above that. I need to fucking get out of here. I can't afford to stay here. I don't have money for rent. I'm not able to pay the bills. I can't work because my brain is fucked. I can't get help from a fucked up brain because everything else is fucked in the world right now. So I'm just SOL over here fucking fucked out of fucking luck. There is one last real chance that I have that I could try to get help for it. And even if I do that, and that doesn't work out, then I have no hope. So, the question is, do I do it and see if it works and then maybe end up with no hope? If and when it doesn't? Or do I just not do it in the hopes that that hope remains alive? Because that's always there, That's another struggle with anxiety. Sometimes you don't do something not because you're afraid to fail at it, but you don't want to fail at it. Because you want that to succeed, and the hope that that will succeed sometimes can sustain you. So you don't do it Not because you're afraid of failing, not because you think you'll fail, but because if it fails, you can't handle that. Or at least you think you can't handle that. Or you don't know what you would do in order to handle that. Like deep down inside, part of you is just broken about it, and you don't know which way to go. So like anxiety sometimes is like you're walking up to a crossroads. You have to pick which direction you're going to go in. Even if there's two directions, your brain's going to tell you there's 30. And you have to sort through those 30 and try and figure out which one you want to take, as if trying to decide between two directions wasn't hard enough sometimes. Like trying to pick between 30, 40, 50, 100 directions, thousands, it's never going to work. And really, I should have gotten help for my mental health long ago. My mother is partially responsible for the fact that I ended up not getting help for it, in fact. Because even though she insisted I go see a therapist, it was her therapist she chose. And it was supposed to be family therapy, to be not crossing professional boundaries, but it was never family therapy. Very rarely was it family therapy, and even when I would talk in quote unquote family therapy, I would basically just be told to shut up by my mother and that that's not how that is, and nothing I would say was ever taken seriously. So now I'm over here like, well, fuck. Because I know what I'm saying is the truth. She knows what I'm saying is the truth. She just can't handle that what I was saying was the truth. And then I get told, shut up. Alright, so, I stopped talking to her. I haven't spoken to my mother outside of necessary interactions on behalf of my niece or, like, other things because I don't know. My mind just went blank. Right there, my mind just went gone. Whatever was in there, gone away. And that's another thing, because not only do I have anxiety and depression, I also have ADHD. So my brain is always running super fast. And I know it's not called ADHD anymore. I don't care. I call it ADHD because that's what it was called when I knew I had it. And I still know I have it. And I'm not going to start calling it a whole separate fucking name because some people got all stupid and decided it needed some new name. I'm not about that. It's mine. It's my shit. It's part of me. ADHD is my brain, man. Like, I love how it changed it to ATHD. That's fucking hilarious. Oh, I might start calling it that now. ADHD. And no one will know I'm saying it because they're going to think I'm saying ADHD when I'm saying ATHD. I like that. That'll be my own internal joke now. Just be fucking like, I'll be sitting here and I'll be saying ADHD and they'll have no fucking clue. Ah, I like it. I like it. This is my shit right now. This right here, this is funny. This is good shit. And right there, my headset just shut off because it needed charge. It needs charged, right? So I plug it into the charger. But the charger is plugged into my computer, and that USB port is a little weird. So if I wiggle my head around a little too much, I don't know if there's a break in the wire or what, it doesn't like that. It hates it. So it'll just like disconnect me from charging. It'll shut my headset off automatically because of, I guess that's quite like maybe a power surge of some kind. And it trips it and shuts it off. So then I have to turn it back on. Sometimes that happens when I'm playing. It's super annoying because I won't always notice it happens until I notice that I'm not hearing myself as loudly as I normally would. So until I realize that that's what's happened, I can't fix it. So sometimes I end up sitting here on a monologue for like 5-10 minutes before I realize some shit's gone bad. But you know what? I just realized what game I'm going to try starting up here. I don't know if it's going to go well. I don't know what it's going to do. I haven't started this game up in a while. So I'm going to just leave it on just chatting for a minute while I try and start this game up, and I'm going to see if it works. Because I don't know if it will, because it's been quite some time. It might need an update. You know, I'm going to just load it up and find the fuck out. And we're going to go from there. So, yeah. Alright, so it's going to make me pick my language. Let's see. Yep, sure, I accept your fucking licensing agreements and all the bullshit, because fuck you. You see, now that the hormones and whatever else are working their way out of my system from me being all anxious and fucked up are starting to go away, and I'm coming down. And you see that yawn right there? That's because that physically exhausts like everything in your body all at once. An adrenaline rush is more or less what you have when you're in an anxiety attack. Recognizing that is half the battle. Countering it is nearly impossible. So all you can really do is just ride that shit out and hope for the best. Sure, we'll enable the cloud saves. Why not? Now we'll just wait. The game is Red Dead Redemption 2. I haven't streamed this game in a long time. And again, I don't know that this is going to run very well even. So I'm going to wait until I've got it launched, I've figured things out, and figured out if I'm going to play it or not to actually switch the title, because I'm not even going to show it on stream. I don't even know if you'll hear it, because I don't know if I have the desktop audio set up correctly on this particular mode. You'll just hear me talking for a while we wait. And we'll see what happens. And, you know, maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad, maybe it'll be fucking, you know, the best content ever. Who fucking knows? We're gonna find the fuck out. Owie. That shit hurts. Alright, let's see here. What are we gonna feel? Load in And online, we'll just straight up load into free roam. Fuck, I forgot how long this game takes to load. This might be one I have to move to the M.2 if I'm gonna play it for streaming stuff. It's like, holy fuck. Holy shit! Takes forever. Alright, now let's just start here. Benefits. I want to see what the new pass looks like real quick. Because I know there's probably a pass running. How much does it even cost to buy the pass? Ew, that's gross. It's ugly. Oh, fuck. This is still the fucking Halloween pass. Fam, it's fucking after Easter and you're telling me that the best you got is a Halloween pass. That's how long this shit's been going. That you got a Halloween pass. Are you shitting me, Mr. Krabs? Oh my fuck, it's only 15 tiers. Fuck me. That's awful. How dare you, Red Dead? You give it, oh, fuck you, Rockstar, man. They fucking clearly don't care. Can't even buy it. It's there, but you can't actually purchase it. Wow. Oh, fuck. This game's officially dead, chat. They're not even willing to put in a new battle pass so they can continue making money on microtransactions. That's how dead it is right now. Oh my fuck. Rockstar has actually decided to stop making money on it. That's fucking hilarious. And so tragic. Wow, even in windowed mode, this game is running like shit right now. But then again, I'm the one that insists on having it on higher settings than I really probably should, because this game looks so fucking pretty that I am willing to live with a lower frame rate just to be able to live with the fact that it looks so good. But like, holy shit. Yeah, we're not playing this right now. I'm not feeling it. Oh my god, I wish they hadn't killed this game. I wanted it to be so fucking much better. That's just sad. Oh man, just fuck that. Like, fuck that, chat. Like, seriously, man, that's fucked. When Rockstar gives up on making money on it, oh my god, you know it's gotta be fucking bad. Because they haven't even bothered to update the fucking Battle Pass. They literally have no one available to update a new Battle Pass to put it in the game. Even if they were to just rerun old battle passes, people would buy it because there were people that missed them. Why not just rerun them? Like, you'd think that would be just like the most fantastic idea. Apparently not. According to them, at least. I think according to pretty much anybody else, it would be a great idea. To them, not so fucking much. I don't really feel like playing Warframe right this second because I don't want to burn myself out on it in case Palamon wants to play that. I'm going to try to avoid games right now that we might play here in a little bit until I know what we're going to play in a little bit because I don't want to like burn out on them or something. I don't even know what I want to play here in a little bit. That's why I always ask Palamon because I like to defer that one. Because with anxiety, making choices like that sometimes is not the easiest, even just sitting here playing by myself sometimes. See, right there, I just missed a perfectly good dirty joke. I could have said, playing with myself sometimes. Like, that would have been the perfect little dirty joke right there. Normally, I'm all the fuck over that. That's how you know that I'm fucked in the head right now. Because I even missed a dirty joke. Damn it. It was a good one, too. Like, fuck me, man. Shit is unfucking real right now. I'll tell you what. You know, maybe we'll play some fucking Kenshi. The last time I played that was fucking October 7th, 2021. And it was probably not for that long. Let me start it up. I don't think the mods are still installed. So I'll have to check that out. Because I think that was on my old hard drive. So we're going to see. Do the mods register? Sure the fuck enough. Damn, good for them. They actually show up. Be a son of a bitch. I don't think I had anything bad installed. Let's see how the load times are. That'll be the determining factor. Because if it's going to take forever to load, then that's not a great thing to stream, I've found. Although I cannot wait for Kenshi 2, man. I am looking so forward to it. Like, when that shit comes out, I'm gonna be fucking all over it. We're just gonna create a new game, because it takes forever to load a new game, so that'll be a good marker. We'll just throw on some old thing here. We'll just do this one. Yeah, we'll just start with whatever characters, man. Load times were actually pretty quick. Like, damn. That's nice. Wow. What a turn of events. One of our characters has already been murdered. Fantastic. That's so Kenshi. Talk about games that don't hold your hand. Kenshi, man. Kenshi does not hold your hand. Kenshi does not care. Kenshi will murder you. Alright, I guess we'll stream Kenshi until Falamon's ready. I'm feeling it. I can feel it. This'll work. There's already a Kenshi 2 tag on fucking Twitch. Fuck yeah. Sign me the fuck up. Get me some fat. Alright, we all stream Kenshi. That's what we're gonna do. Alright, now I'm just waiting for the stream to catch up so I can make sure it's actually displaying. Sweet. It's actually displaying. Okay, so Kenshi, right? You can create starts that have any number of characters that do any number of things, you know, however you want to do it, really. Right now, I picked the slave start. So what happens is you start off as a slave. That is how this begins. And right now he's going to try and find some place to be locked up for the night. That's why he's got this. This is what's telling him what coding to follow. It's also telling him where to go. He'll go automatically to wherever one of these poles or one of these cages is and hop in it so he doesn't get beaten and broken for the night. Not terribly much fee, just waiting for Falamon to get home and so we can do our usual co-streaming shenanigans. Was looking for something to do and trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and earlier I was talking about mental health and such for a while, but now we're this one we're streaming is Kenshi. I don't know what we're going to be streaming with Falamon yet, because Falamon isn't home and we haven't figured that out yet. We kind of wing that one every time. We just kind of go with whatever at the time seems good. Sometimes that's like Warframe, sometimes that's I imagine it'll probably be Warframe, honestly. We've been doing a lot of Warframe lately, even just off stream. So I imagine that's probably what it'll be. But we could do Sea of Thieves or, you know, some other stuff too. But I figured this is a good way to start, other than me just sitting here bitching about mental health. And you see, you can even pass the time faster, because we have to wait for that clock to hit a certain time before we'll be freed from this. Or, alternatively, we can choose to pick the lock on our cage, then try to escape being a slave. So see, right now we've unlocked that. We could just break free and run for it, and probably die. It's also a good way to build your strength and a few other stats as well. See, now they've kicked the shit out of us, and they're going to heal us and slap us in a cage. Look how fast they run. This is how fast it is normal speed. I speed it up because some actions just take forever. But now we'll just sit here, and we'll see if our character lives or dies. We'll live. The two things you have to worry about when getting injured are A, losing limbs happens often. And B, if your blood meter goes too low, or these numbers here go too far into the negatives, you're automatically killed. Now you have 2 hunger bars. Technically, actually, you have 3, I think. You have, like, the green one that you never ever see. You've got the yellow one that's its constant, you know, back and forth. And you've got the red one. If the red one runs out, you die. You starve to death at that point. You see, I can control him by clicking here and just dragging around. I could just pick if I wanted to zoom all the way out, I could say I want you to go all the way over here, and then just double tap back on that and zoom in. And poor Sobble here will do that. Kenshi does a great job of being exactly what Kenshi tried to be, which is very bleak, somewhat hopeless, and even the soundtrack reflects that. It's very, very minimal. Sometimes it's just the sound of wind blowing, because they wanted this to be a very bleak, very harsh game, harsh world even. And it works so good. Yeah, I'll let Falamon know, Fee, and we'll keep you first in line. Because Warframe, I imagine, is what it will be, because that's what we've been playing a lot of off-stream. But maybe because we've been playing a lot of it off-stream, Falamon will want to do something else, we'll see. But I imagine it'll be like either Warframe or like Sea of Thieves, maybe. Because we haven't done that one in a while, or it could be even Star Wars The Old Republic. It may have been a mod. I don't know anymore. At one point I tried to make my own mod for Kenshi. It didn't work, because I really didn't understand how to make it work. But I had like a city that I built, and I had like people that were supposed to fill it, but it didn't work. It was this whole thing. Although you could buy access to the entire city, which was neat. I like the Samurai Jack start. I don't know if that was a mod either. See, now we just have to wait till our character recovers, because there's nothing else to do until then. So we're just sitting on 3 times speed. And eventually, we're free. Now we got... See? We escaped somebody. We got them free. Then they got their ass beat, and so did we. Kenshi is not forgiving, man. And there's not a way to fix this either right now. We just have to wait. Kenshi is quite something. See, he just got his ass beat again. And until this number hits 0, we won't get back up. We'll be KO'd. And that's just all there is to it. And this is at 3 times speed, mind you. So that's just how fast you recover. Now, what I can do is start telling our character to sneak everywhere, which will build the stealth. Alright, so this is that guy that I just clicked on. He got knocked in the head pretty bad, but he'll be up before us. So now we just have to wait. You do that a lot in Kenshi. It is easily the most unforgiving game. Like, people talk about how difficult Souls games are. Kenshi will beat you mercilessly, and it will laugh while it does it. It does not have an easy mode. Like, there really is not a way to make this game easy. Even when you do everything exactly right, sometimes you still get fucking destroyed. Because some random event will come along and just slap you up bad. Oh, and Fee, if you liked RimWorld and Kenshi, if you haven't tried it yet, you should try Going Medieval. It's like a fusion of the two, kind of. It's mostly RimWorld, but with like a little Kenshi in there for flavor. Still have a little while before we'll wake up. The last 10% is always the slowest part. Yeah, Going Medieval is so much fun. I can't wait till they add the animal husbandry into that one. It's better than RimWorld in the sense that it's three-dimensional, so you can build more complex bases, and it has better siege mechanics. But RimWorld is better with its story engine, because RimWorld's story engine is fan-fucking-tastic. Like, it's just so good. But they're working on Going Medieval, and I have confidence that it's going to be bigger than RimWorld eventually, once they get big enough. They just need a few good, big streamers to really play the game, and I think it'll pick up pretty easily. Once they add more content, at least. I think right now it's not quite ready yet. Damn it. Wait, here, I'll even... I didn't mean to actually exit the game. That's not what was intended. I need to figure out why TeamViewer does those pop-ups. It's so annoying. It's not supposed to. It just does it. But yeah, these are the ones I've got installed so far. I've got like these ones. There's a lot more than just a little there. Some of those are just different starts. Some like this one is like so good. Just making your squad limit super high so you can actually have like decent amounts of people is like so good. And I just realized I was on quick break for that, so you didn't see me highlight that. That happens because I'm a little dumb. Just a little. There we go. Hello, Snack. I'm in your server. That's fine. Take your time. Don't get hurt. No Supermaning off of roofs or stepping into fryers. But yeah, we'll actually load up if I can find one. Oh, I don't see any of my old saves. That's fine. Well, we'll actually do a better start. No, I've got tons of them. Let's see. I want to start with a good amount of money and people. Let's see. I'll just pick one with a good start of money, and I'll build the people around it, because I can add people to any start. That'll do it. begin with that one. But here, I'll show you what I mean, chat. See, these loading screens always were very long. For starting up new starts, especially. Especially if those new starts have lots of people. Then there's a lot more for it to render in your immediate area. So it takes a little longer. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and... How did I add characters again? Not what I meant to do. I could have sworn you could add people here. And like add characters right here. Guess not. Oh well, we'll start with this start. We'll have quite a bit of we're not going to use that one though. We're going to use Zatoichi. There, the last samurai. We want Zatoichi subrace. We'll do randomize all until we find one that I feel is the good one. I want one that's not terribly tall, but not too short. Something like that. Actually, you know what? That guy works. This will be our character. Leveling is slow, but I found better ways to do it than just upping the XP amounts. There were so many other mods. But yeah, we're going to do this. Now, the reason that we're doing this is this right here. And it basically means that we have infinite health regen, but sometimes you can still get knocked out. You just very rarely will have any seriously permanent side effects from it. But we'll take this is another mod. It adds these easy recruits. You can just instantly recruit, and then you can just sort of customize them a bit. They're skeletons, but you can still random them up a bit. Then you can always change their name too if you really want. And you can tell if you can talk with somebody because they'll have that little symbol that pops up over them. Oh, this is Mikyo. He's a very good... But yeah, Mikyo is one of the pre-scripted ones that's already in. Yes, of course, all hail the mighty Beep. We'll go get Beep eventually. But getting over there is a chore. Because Beep is in one hell of an area. But yeah, and then we've got this whole bar here full of recruits. Some of them are added by mods and what have you, but you can see there's plenty of options here. Some of them will even just join us for free, and we can sort of build our army from there. These are Shek. Shek are like these giant, horned, barbarian Viking people. They're just all about combat and honorable death. Then there's the Hivers, who are like giant insect people that live in hives, which is why they're called Hivers. Some of them are stupid, some of them are not. Beep is kind of a combination of both. He's stupidly brilliant, if that makes sense. Then there's just humans, and there's a few different kinds of hivers, and there's the skeletons, which are the robots. The skeletons are older than everyone in this entire tavern combined, most of the time. They don't make new skeletons anymore. But like, let's say we talk to this random skeleton. He wants 3K to join us. We'll hire him. Now, what we're going to do is send these guys to somewhere we want to start out. So we'll send them, like, over here to Squin. And those three will all run to Squin. And then we can go back to our ranger here. And we can go back in the bar and find as many recruits as we so desire. So, like, let's say we wanted to hire a Shek or a Hiver. Here, we'll hire this Hiver in orange, because I like orange. Orange is a good color. You see, now we've got a Hiver. See, look, I didn't even name him, and he almost named himself Alamon. That's funny right there. We'll send him over there as well. Normally, it's not a good idea to just send them running off into their distance by themselves, but sending them through that particular part of the country should be fine, because there's not a whole lot over there. Here, we'll hire a Shek too. They're good in combat and they're strong. But yeah, we'll just hire more of them. Random easy recruit. And we'll just randomize once. We don't want to hire all the easy recruits, but we'll hire one more recruit. And it's gonna be this guy, because he's in some vibrant clothing. So that's my type right there. Alright, come on board, mate. Welcome aboard. And off you go. Alright, now what we're going to do is have our ranger friend here, if I can find him, try and find the tavern keep. We're going to see what we can buy. Now you'll see there's some modded weapons in here, some other stuff too, but we're going to want like a backpack we can wield preferably. Sometimes that's not possible. But we'll check a few different places in this town. This town's almost always universally just destroyed. Actually, in fact, instead of my usual start, what we'll do is we'll click... I'll have them all come back here. We'll start up in this town, actually. So I want this guy to use a ringed saber. That's what his weapon's going to be. And we're going to buy this building if we can for 300 bucks. It's our building now. Alright, now he's going to repair this building by himself. There. Our building is repaired. Then we're going to pause. What do you want? Who are you? So you know what? No. I say deal. We'll take him on. Because he's a brewer. Brewers can make us a good bit of money. But what we need to do now is take the remaining cats that we have. And we're going to craft ourselves a little base here. So we're going to need some beds. See, we've got like 10 people, I think. So we'll put like 10 beds up on the roof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 beds. Now those should instacraft. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we actually only have 9 people. So we'll actually recruit one more person. Who are you? Alright, and we got a field medic, so that's good. So we'll make you our rescue, and then medic them. Person. So that means that he'll automatically go find anybody nearby. Yeah, beak things are in fact hellspawn. And he'll try and save them if he can. Alright, we'll want a deep well, which will let us get water, which will be a good starting resource. Alright, so we need some iron plates. So what we're going to do is go into this bar, and we're going to try and buy some iron plates and an electrical component. Alright, we need the electrical component, so we're going to just sell those back real quick, and we need iron plates. And we're going to send them over here to this bar with what we've purchased right there. And we want to purchase those 3 iron plates, which will be barely enough to get this thing started. We're going to make the ranger our engineer. So now anytime there's something to build, our engineer is going to rush over and try and build it. Now, the problem is that that takes power. And that's going to be a little weird. We're going to build something that gives us power because we're going to need it. But we have to figure out which one. Because we've got water generators. You know, we'll build, for space's sake, we'll do this one. Alright, and we're going to need iron plates. So we're going to need to try and find more of those. But first we're going to build this. Alright, now we need more iron plates. So what we're going to do is look around. See if there's another bar. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. Let's see, this building's open. Let's go see what's up in there. Sometimes it's something, sometimes it's nothing. Alright, well, that guy's a dick, so we're going to go over here. This should be where what it can amounts to the local ninja corp is. So now we gotta go find where their boss is. Alright, the thieves. It's a little pricey, but we're gonna pay the 10,000 cats. Now we'll have these shinobi that'll back us up anytime we're in trouble if they're nearby. Alright, they don't have anything helpful. Kinda sucks, but oh well. But they'll be good to have for backup at the very least. And eventually we'll buy out all these buildings and we'll basically make a thriving town out of the hub. So we're going to go back over to the bar. And we're going to buy we're gonna go just set up some stuff to build first. Alright, we're gonna need a stone mine. It can't be too close to the city or it won't work. So we need to be somewhere Alright, then we're going to go through our stats. We're going to find somebody who's good at mining. Physical work, you know. I want somebody who's good at laboring. Alright, so the random easy recruits are probably going to be our best start off with those. Yeah, so we'll just send both of our random easy recruits to Stone Mine. And they'll both go do that until they can't anymore. And then we're going to have our ranger go back in here. We're going to construct a stone storage of some kind. Well, we're going to need a research bench eventually, so we'll just craft that now. Or set it to craft anyway. Actually, no. Actually, wait, yeah, it doesn't have a material cost. We can start that now. So we'll confirm that. Just let our... Oh, yeah, I forgot that the glitch happens with that. Never mind. Now we can't really... Some things will glitch out when we have this one mod equipped. It's a whole thing. Yeah, see, it doesn't think we have a research bench because it doesn't think it was crafted because it never had a build phase. So something in the code doesn't fire. So what we need to do is try and get it to do what we want it to do. There's a couple ways to do that. I'm going to try. Damn. It's not going to work. The only other way to make it work is to turn off the mod, rebuild that, and then go from there. But that's not really going to work, so... The nice part about them being skeletons, though, is that they can pretty much infinitely carry things. Alright, now, if we take... both of these guys and have them go up here, we can now sell these stones for money. We don't really need money, but normally you would just try and do something which would be like set up a stone mine to just quickly make some money. Sell those for what they're worth, and we'll pick up, you know, materials as needed. So our guys here don't really need the food that they've got, but we can give that to others. So we'll sell this skeleton repair kit because it's fucked and useless. We'll give the regular med kits to our medic. Then we're going to just click over to our other random easy recruit here and let him do business, like selling that. His skeleton repair kit isn't completely fucked, but, you know, it's fucked enough, so we'll let him go. So then we're going to go ahead and... What was our... Scabbard. Scabbard is our... Where is he? There he is. There. Now Scabbard has medical supplies and can do his job better. And we can actually just send him in here and have him sit at any old table. It really wouldn't matter. See how this guy has water? We need 1 water for later. So we'll buy that now. Because we need one to start that. But we also need metal plates, which we have to wait for this to refresh. So we have to wait like a day. And then they'll just have magically more. So we can leave our guys here. They'll figure themselves out. And we'll send our ranger over to Squin. And he'll run like a motherfucker because he's got some advanced stats. Because we need him to go trade in Squin. And that might take until, you know, and it's pausing because it has to pause to render because we're going so fast. But once it starts again, we'll slow down the timer. Like, we'll slow down how fast he's running. Like this. We'll just run normal speed for Squin. This is a pretty huge world that you run around as these tiny guys. You can even zoom in all the way if you want. And now we just wait. And if we speed it up again, it looks like Sonic the Hedgehog is running, like just running. Even at normal speed, he runs pretty fast. But if you do this, it's just zoom. Sonic fast. It's the Flash. Watch him go, chat. Watch him go. Yeah, we'll watch him run over here to the gate. Now, going up through here, sometimes these guys will stop you and want to speak with you. They might want to check us for contraband. We don't have any contraband, so we can just show them our gear. Now, the hard part is we need to buy some stuff. No, they haven't confiscated anything worth having, so... Now we just have to wait for any old shop, really, to be available that has some stuff that we can buy. This one's open. This one's added in with a mod. It adds in trees, which lets you make books. He doesn't have anything helpful for us, though. Now, sometimes you can knock in these doors and the place will still be running. Sometimes not. It's best not to piss people off if you don't have to, though. I like, usually I set up on this hill just up here north of Squin a little ways. But, we're going to set up in a town. I think that'll be cool. You can see how it's kind of dark in here? So what do you got? You got nothing helpful. Gee, thanks. Wow, that's brilliant. Even the bar is fucking empty. Fuck. Well, we'll just have to wait till morning. I think they open at like 4 or 6. No, like 6. So I'll have to wait till this hits 6 o'clock. I think that's when they open, 6 or 8, something like that. And then we're going to want, which one is it? This one will be regular general trade goods. I'm looking to see. That'll be like traveling stuff. Trying to find where the machinist's shop is, because there's always one. I guess they're not here. You know they're open because their doors will open. General trade goods is open. Alright, now we want to go visit him. And we'll want to buy iron plates. Like at least 4. Now we'll head back to the hub. And then he'll just run off on his own. And they'll go back to mining. We've got a few things mined up here, so we've got stones to work with. So we can turn those into more money later. Or use them for things. But now we have to wait for it to process from that happening. Because it's trying to process the entire world at once, more or less. So this game is kind of hard on a processor. Because it's all one massive open world. It's processing what hundreds of different AI are doing at the same time. There. Now this one will start pulling water, and that'll start constantly being refilled. Now, since he's going to be a medic, we can just have him man that, and he'll keep it full. And that'll be something he does whenever he's not the medic. He'll just be hauling back and forth. Then he'll go over here to the bar, and he'll grab a seat, you know, like everybody else does. And these guys, you can ask them to send anything you want. If you want to hire a bunch of hivers, I'm pretty sure this was a thing too. But you send them. But yeah. So then we can buy any resources we need from him. Again. Now, our goal is to get set up to research things and then make money. So what we want to do is we're going to start trying to do this. Now, the one problem here, like I said, is that this, when we craft it, our unfortunate research table, just the first one does this, crafts instantly, but it doesn't register as done. So what we have to do is, now that that's crafted, we save the game, make some random save name, doesn't really matter, and then we're going to load the game back up from start, because we have to turn off an option. I see that got caught. Well, we'll fix that. There we go. See, I hate this thing. I uninstalled it for that reason. It pops up all the time, non-stop. And I uninstalled it. I reinstalled it because I needed Mr. Editor to help me with some things. But that doesn't make it less annoying. But yeah, what we have to do is we load this up just like so. Then we go into mods, and we need to find the one that does it. which one does it. Which is it? I think it's that one. No, it's sandbox. It's sandbox. Okay, we have to turn off sandbox. Took a minute to remember which one it was. But now that sandbox is turned off, we load the game back up. We click on our random save name and load it. And then it should fix itself. And you'll see the concept art here in the back, which is really cool for some of the different skeletons they were thinking about doing. And some of them I kind of wish they'd implemented. Like this one right here looks cool as fuck. Maybe in Kenshi too. We'll see. Alright, now I'm going to go up here and repair. And we'll just leave it turned off because we don't really need it turned on. But what it'll do is it has to go reset the condition of things because the building condition wasn't really, it's part of the way the mod works. So basically it'll be repairing a while. Set them all to repair to just speed it up a bit. So you can see they're all trying to work on it. And even with them all working at once and it on fast speed, that's how fast it works. But they're going to repair the building. They'll repair everything that's built partially. And then they'll all get back to doing what they were doing. And we can sell that water now for profit. And we can sell this stone for profit. Like, let's say I wanted to do... I can have him grab 2. Him grab 2. And I can send them both back up here to sell it. And they'll run back up there to do so. I have to make sure I'm careful to, watch for them. Because if I don't, and I go back all the way up here, they'll run all the way automatically back to keep mining stone. Alright, now they have both sold what they came to sell, and can go back to doing what they were doing. The skeletons are nice because their needs are minimal. They don't eat, they don't sleep, so they can just go and go and go and go. And these guys you'll see are coming into our place, which is a good thing. We want them to. Because now, what we need to do is go through our stats. We're going to find who's the best at science, I think it is. Damn, pretty good science skill. Alright, so Mikhail, you'll be our researcher because you have the best science skill. Alright, then we just do this. Have him set to that. And we select research that we can do. Oh great, it's still glitched. It doesn't think we have a research bench. Okay, so now we need building materials, which is fine. We can go get those really easily. Oh, the game might have just crashed. It does that. Not the most stable game at all. Yep, I think it crashed. Yep, she's not responding, chat. There we go. In fact, let me load that back up. You go ahead and you kill TeamViewer, please. There. The good news is, now we can just load back up. We'll probably have to reload the same save, because it probably didn't auto-save. But that's fine. Crashes happen often. You get used to it. There's technically a button you can hit just to quick save the game real quick if you need to. These are bone hounds, mutated dogos. They're adorable, is what they are. Ugly as hell, though. Because they don't look anywhere near this good in the game. But we love them anyway. As janky and wonderful as they are. Alright, now Now it should register that we have the thing. Now, what we want is public sales first. And then we'll want crafting, maybe. No. There, now he's set to research, so he'll just research. And then public sales is almost done. That's when the things really start going. Alright, now we have public sales done. So what we need to do now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to craft the... I don't remember where it is. Shop counter, that's what we want right there. Put it... just like that. There we go. Now we put that in there and it'll start selling this. And people that come in might buy it. Now what we need is a bag that we can wear. We want something larger than that. That's a piece of junk. So we're going to go ahead and send our friendo back over to Squin. And eventually people will come in and they'll start trying to buy stuff. In fact, we'll put our hiver friend over here by this table so he can just kind of try and sell things to people. Alright, now we want him to go. Now there's supposed to be a mod to make the shops never close, but it doesn't work. Damn, so we're gonna have to wait till morning. See, now there's a few different mods I have for special bags. One of them is the bag of holding, which just gives you a ridiculous amount of space. But what I'm really looking for is one of these. We want the godly if we can get it, but if we can't, we'll take legendary. I think legendary might be the best, though. Yeah, legendary is the best we're going to be able to get. Now, it's going to cost us quite a bit of money, so we can't get that yet. But what we can get is just barely a bag of holding, which is arguably going to be the most useful item we have. Then we're going to just send him right back up to the hub. Right for here. And he will eventually make it here. And then he's going to do some work. Now we just wait. And what we're going to do is we're going to use that bag to move stacks of stuff at a time into this table. We're going to start selling them. But what we really want to do is start getting rum making. I don't remember how to do that per se. So we'll just craft what we can. And then he'll start researching tirelessly. There, now there's some worthwhile stuff being sold. You know? And we can even Send him to go get that. And we can even switch one of these guys off of stone mining and on to mining these iron resources. Now if we have him come back up here, as soon as he's within range, we can drop all that stone in there. Now people may eventually start buying what we have for sale. Now what sells best is like things like rum and such. Now we don't actually have to have somebody sitting at this table. They will automatically just buy from the guy. They'll just walk in, check out the table. If there's something that they need or want, they'll buy it. So what we want to do is start making things they'll buy, so like food. So we'll need a stove to cook the food, which will take some iron plates, which we can then buy here. So we need 2 iron plates, and he'll craft the stove. Now the really hard part, however, is getting the farms running. So we're going to need some iron plates and a green fruit. Alright, now we're going to go next door and see if they've got a green fruit for sale. They do. So we'll buy 1 green fruit and an iron plate. Then we'll go over here and buy another iron plate, which should build us this completely. Then we just need to pick out who's best at farming, which I think also counts as laboring. So we'll want somebody that can do it while they're not doing other things. So like anyone really. We'll do Faheyman, and that'll be his job, to farm, which takes a while. But it'll make green fruit. Green fruit can then be made into food, and food can be made into other stuff. And while he's up here, we can actually go down here, and we'll pick up another type of farming or something, like cactus farming, or something. Doesn't really matter what. Problem is, to craft the farming things, you need one piece of what you want to farm. So if you want to do cotton, you have to get cotton. If you want to do wheat, you have to do wheat. After all, you have to start with seeds, don't you? So what does he have here? He has rice that's crafted into food, but does he have regular rice? No, of course not. So what can we do then? Well, what does he have? Nothing else, just green fruit? So then there's your answer. So we could send him off to do shopping at Squin, see if we can't find some more options there. And if we get desperate for cash, we can always just direct sell stuff. So like, let's say I was to go over here, have him talk to him. I think I can do that, and then that. Damn. Oops, I forgot. If we click directly into Squin and they try and search us, he'll just bolt past, and that ends poorly. Now he'll just go there and wait. And we'll go do other things with our other guys. So the next thing we're going to want to do is craft some storage units of some kind, so that they can auto-haul them up here. And then we can transfer out of those into this. So like, let's say this guy, we need him to transfer stone. So, or we don't even have to use these guys since they'll be mining. We don't really need them to. We can, but it wouldn't matter which way we did it. So let's say we want them to haul stones. Let's say we wanted stones hauled up here. We would build a stone storage like this. And then let's say we wanted the iron ore also hauled up here. We'd build an ore storage like so. And then each of those takes one iron plate. Okay, yeah, they're not open yet. So we'll just leave those for a bit. We'll just go wait with our friend here for the store to open. We'll see what we can buy. Alright, so here we have a few options. We got hemp, we've got wheat straw. We're going to grab a wheat straw, a hemp, a cactus, and a cotton, because we can. Now the rice weed we'll have to go down into the swamps to get, because that's just where they're going to be at. But what we can do is buy what we can carry of those, price-wise. Then we just send him back. And once he gets anywhere near the town, he'll go nuts with crafting. Alright, what animals do they have for sale? The chickens are modded in, but this is a bone dog. Brand new baby bone dog. We don't got no monies, so we can't buy nothing. And this going all black is just a visual glitch. I don't know what's happening with it. It's just happening because it's happening. So then, now that we've got these storages complete, we have two options. We can either, let's say this is the raw stone and he's our iron mine, so this one. We could then say mine the iron priority and then haul the storage when you can. And he'll do that. Or we can have somebody who's dedicatedly set to just be our hauler, who will just keep these full at all times, as much as possible. So like, let's say we wanted that to be bean sprout. We could just do haul to the stores. And then we could send him and this bone dog is really fighting hard. Alright, now what we're going to do is set him to rescue and medic. And we're going to see if he can save everybody. Because everybody just got the shit wrecked out of him. So he's going to go around first aiding them. Normally he would just haul them, but the beds are too far, so it's going to register that you can't do that. So we'll have to help him do that manually. And then we'll actually have him trade with Scabbard. Steal that skeleton repair kit to go save our skeleton friends. There, now we have some valuable stuff to sell. See how these numbers went down from being 200 perfectly? That means they took permanent damage. That's a problem with skeletons. They take permanent damage. You can repair it, but it takes very specific things to be able to do that. So we're going to have to manually tell them to go put them in bed. Now they'll all lay in bed, in theory, till they're healed. You can see they're already healing. So he'll even be conscious soon, and he'll start researching again automatically, and then his injuries will heal over time on their own. He'll limp like an SOB until this is healed, though. But thankfully, nobody lost any limbs that I can tell. That's a big worry, because when they lose limbs, they can't use that arm. Or that leg, so that means they can't walk. Or they can't do a lot of things until you get them prosthetics, which is expensive and very time-consuming in this game. They'll still be able to fight. Even with both legs missing, they'll try to crawl up and stab the enemy. It's quite moving, even if they aren't. Like, if they have nothing but one arm, they will literally just, like, potato it across the floor until they can stab at the enemy. It's quite something. You see, and now he can stand up again, so he can do his thing. If there's any research to research, he'll research it. Now, none of these can be researched because they require books, or because they require level 2 training bench. But you see, they're all already up and about. But now we've got all these green fruit. We can sell those. We can sell this. We could sell the meat, but we won't sell the meat. We'll sell the byproducts, though. I'll even just have him start doing the cooking. Now, I don't remember if they all get hungry or not anymore. I may have a no hunger mod on, but in theory, on a normal run with no mods, you would need to make food pretty quickly because they're going to starve real quick. So this would be, you know, about as fast as you're going to get it. Alright, then we'll actually pick somebody else to be the cook. We'll have, Faheyman do it in between farming. There'll be something to do with it. Make that last piece of dried meat. And then we'll actually even build a storage for the food. If you make bread, you actually have to make a bread basket. It's a little annoying, but food storage is as simple as that. And boom. Now everybody can grab food they need, and it will automatically get filled. And since we no longer have any meat to dry, we'll just have him start doing cooked vegetables. A really good one is like Gohan, but pretty much anything will work. So let's say we gave him 4 of those vegetables. He will cook cooked vegetables. And it'll get stored away. And then whenever somebody's hungry, they'll come over here, grab food, and eat. And then when he's not doing that, he'll be farming. To make more food, to make more, to make more, to make more. Yeah, those guys are extremely xenophobic. They don't like robots or women or those with prosthetic arms. They're very weird people. Even if they lose a leg, if you put a prosthetic on them, they will do nothing but bitch about it constantly. They're super weird. Now, these are a little too far away, unfortunately, so I don't think that's going to really work, but hopefully it will. Because normally they would just come up here and start filling these, but they're not, so, you know, there's that. But yeah, when they're hungry, they'll come grab food. And then when they need sleep to recover from injuries faster, they'll do it as needed, usually. Depends on each person, though, because they all work a little differently. Notice how his hunger didn't change? That's because the no hunger mod, they'll still just go grab food every now and then and eat it. What we want to do is sell rum, more or less. But we'll need time to do that, because we need to make money first. So, like, let's say we wanted to make irrigated cactus farm next. We would do that. We'll do a cotton. We'll do wheat next as well. We just start that. And the ranger here, being the insane asylum lunatic that he is, will just go shove crafting materials into the best of his abilities and craft them pretty much infinitely. And we just made a couple hundred there. Buy one more iron plate. And he'll start crafting to the best of his ability until he's out of crafting materials. There, now we've got a few bits of that. And you see, now we can't have him cooking because we need him farming all the farms. So then we'll have to pick somebody else for the cook. We'll do Mernst. And you see, he'll keep it topped off. now we've got a nice little farm going here. Now let's see if we can make a weed farm. Where's the farming? Guess we have to research more. So in order to research more, we'll need a better research table. And in order to do a better research table, we gotta make it. Forgot how big those are. Well, we're gonna have to do a little creative interpretation of what sizes we've got available to build here. Better yet, we might even have to buy another building. And we can't. Not yet, anyway. The snack should be home. Just about. Looking at the time. Right, now if we've let it sim a little while, now we have some wheat we can harvest. Got some cactus we can harvest. And we're about to have some wonderful cotton. take that over and sell it. That should make us a good little bit of cash there. Your iron plates. It's not enough. We'll still need more, so we'll just have to wait for the shops to reset again. Wait, did something go screwy on the, is that actually how that's displaying? No. Okay, so it's just screwy on my end. So that means that the app needs reset. There we go. Yeah, on my end it was showing the like game was displaying so that like this was like up here and then this was just like black margins. But that usually just means my app on my phone is getting all screwed up, because that's how I monitor my chat without having to tab out, because I only got the one screen for now. I have a second screen, I just can't hook it up. Oh, free loot. A bandit came into town and got his ass beat. Dead, but you know. People of Hub don't care. They will buy stolen goods quite readily. So, looted corpses? Alright. You see, now we got all this food as well. Now we're going to try and sell that food. For a good profit there. Look at that. Tons of money. Now once we have some other food to sell, some things people might want to buy, we could throw this in there, and people might come in and buy it. Oh look, they just bought a piece of food. You see, now we're going to make money off of that. So now what we just got to do is wait for stuff like that to happen, and then we just try and sell it here. We'll try throwing some cotton and other things in there. See if they sell. Probably won't though. Mostly what you're going to sell at these is food, maybe some weapons, and booze. Drugs if you can get them. But those are a little bit less easy to come by. We have to get the research done. Actually, here, I should go see if he's ready to purchase for me. Yet. The sooner we get this constructed, the better. We want hemp farming, and then we want just all of that. As soon as we can build a hemp farm, that's going to be great. Alright, then we want to do the hemp farm. A hashish producer, too. And we'll want the hashish producer for sure. Because that's how you make drugs. Drugs sell. They sell well. Now we're going to need to go buy 2 iron plates from over here. Now we're going to need some electrical components and more iron plates. Iron components, and it said an electrical component. I don't know if they got any electricals, but we'll check around. This guy over here had some before, so he might have some again. Just one. Oh wait, I needed copper alloy plates. Shit. The wrong thing. Please tell me you have some copper alloy. Just one. Please have one. Yes. Victory. This is where the real money comes from. Now you can't take these everywhere with you in the world because like that one town they'll check you. But here they don't care because this is the hub. And everything's allowed in the hub.
Bean Sprout's one and only job will be to keep those storages full at all times. And then Ranger can stand here and wait once they're full from all the farming and whatnot. Take 300 stacks and sell them off all at once. Or whatever, stack is. This is the thing that fucks with my head, though. Max capacity 250. This is like 10... This is like easily, what? At least 5 or 6, maybe 7 total volumes of a barrel. So, I mean, that's the one thing that's always kind of cheesed my grits a little bit. They're going to make these huge storage crates and then not really take into account the fact that a barrel could probably fit more. And I imagine the blooms of cotton are probably smaller than a cactus. And yet a cactus you can hold X amount of. So, I will be right back, chat. I'm just going to leave this to sim for a few minutes, and then hopefully Philemon will be ready and we can change games. Alright, chat, I am back. Let me just get cozy. I haven't heard anything from the snack since that message earlier. So I don't know what's up. But we'll see what happens. I assume, since I am in the snacks server, on Discord to my knowledge at least, that when the snack
Howdy,
is ready.
Marco.
Speaking of the snack summons, the snack, hello.
Yes, I am almost home. I have you on surround sound in my car right now. And hello, Marco's chat. How is everyone doing on this wonderful, gorgeous morning?
You know, this has this wonderful radio talk show host sound to it. You should actually think about, like, getting a mic that replicates this.
And now a word from our sponsors.
It's literally, it's like verbatim exactly how you'd expect it to sound. But in a good way.
Yes, I can do a radio talk show host announcer voice.
Now, imagine if we had Shock here and Shock was talking through that surround sound. That would basically turn into Alistair the Radio Demon within like 6 seconds. With like so much accuracy, it's terrifying. Although I will not lie, when Shock does that voice, it does get me a little excited.
I gotta.
It's kind of hot.
Do me a favor, please, because I cannot do this right now. Can you go into the Discord chat and unmute the Vox? Because I cannot. I don't know how to do that on the app right now.
All right, the app works a bit differently. Let me see
Yeah.
here. If we go over here and we click on the things.
Yeah, right click and then unmute.
I don't appear to have that permission.
Hold on, let me see. Invite to speak, maybe?
Yeah, I am not
Damn it, hold on. Hold on.
able to do that one.
Or unmute.
There it is.
Okay. Alright, I figured it out. I had to mute and then unmute. So that way, Fee can talk. Hello, Fee. How are you on this morning?
I am alive.
I feel that.
Yes. And I am driving home right now. So I have you both on surround sound in my car.
Alright, let's just see how much this amount
So,
of cotton is worth.
what's the plan tonight? Or this morning? Whichever, time zones are confusing.
What are we playing shortly?
Good question.
Actually, that's a good question because I was about to play Name That Game. Yeah, I know. I do the announcer voice way too well when I want to. Huh.
Yes.
In a good way.
But I was also picturing Shock saying that as well.
I know it's awesome, right? Shock is too good. Like,
Yes,
I'm
when
still
I
not
want
convinced
to,
that
I
Shock is not
play.
in fact the voice of Alistair the Radio Demon.
But yes, when I want to, I can play. Hi, I am Mr. Announcer Guy, here with you today. I don't know whether people would like that, like it, love it, or, you know, it's one of those love it, hate it, or leave it type things. I'm not
I
sure
think it
which
would make a great chat redeem, personally.
Would make something.
Make people heads go.
Yeah.
God. All right, so tonight's choices are Sea of Thieves. Bum bum bum. Warframe. What else? Wait, do you have Civ 5?
Do I have what?
Civilization 5.
I do not.
So that one's out. You have Gunfire Reborn.
I do have Gunfire.
And see, I'm trying to remember what else that you and I might have in common that Marco has. Any other suggestions?
I have no idea. My suggestion goes as far as I can play it alongside people.
Wait a minute. Do you have Elden Ring V?
No, I do not have it yet.
Yet being the key word.
No, the keyword there being finances.
Again, yet being the key word.
Wait. Well, wait.
My
We
finances suck.
I thought that was the case with everyone.
Yes, in some cases.
Oh.
Admittedly, I am getting my bills paid at least.
Admittedly, I'm not. Mostly. Mostly I'm getting them paid, but not a lot. It's not going well. That whole pesky I want to move thing has not worked out.
It will. You already know this. It will work out.
It will get better.
Oh, it'll get better. The question is if it's at the point where it gets better quick or if it gets worse and then gets better.
Well, you know what they say. You hope for the best, expect the worst, and you will land somewhere in between.
Hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
Yeah, I generally do. Anxiety doesn't let me do anything less.
And I am
Oh
full.
shit, I forgot to have somebody make hashish. There.
All right. Now then. I want to kind of do more of the storyline of Warframe, I'm thinking.
We can do Warframe. I have no problems with this.
Okay.
So, I'm going to save my game, grab myself some more drink, make up another drink.
We should have plenty of time, Feet.
Yes.
Because
I'm just saying what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
I just walked in the door. I need to shower. Let me put it this way. Before I got in my personal vehicle to drive home, I had to take a bottle of Dawn, a blue scrubby pad, and attack my arms.
Yeah, I would recommend getting those plastic covers that the dealers use when they take things in for mechanic work. You can put those in and swap them out once in a while.
I would have to put that on my seat, on my armrest, on my door, and yeah, pretty much all over in order for that to work.
Well, when in doubt, Scotch tape and saran wrap.
Admittedly, I was happy with myself the other day. I did the new War in 5 hours.
Very nice. I am still behind on the story, unfortunately, so I'm not going to be touching New War for quite some time.
It was interesting.
The story mode always is.
Okay, since we're talking about Warframe, I have a question for you guys.
Yes?
The event kit on Fortuna.
Uh-huh.
How the fuck do you control those keyboards? Because I had a bitch of a time, and I'm almost done with page 1, except the last thing that I need to do would be to...
Okay, Phil.
K race.
Phil, you
Yes.
are more complete of that than I am.
All right, so to
I've
control a
done one thing on
keyboard,
page 1.
you if you
Wait
use
a minute.
controller at least, I can tell
Yes,
you.
I do this controller. The issue that I have is the jump is so delayed and the control is so freaking wonky. Granted, I tried skateboarding in real life. I got up on the board. I went to go push off. The board came right out from underneath me. I went flat on my ass. I will not lie. That is exactly the extent of skateboarding that I have.
Yeah, the trick with skateboarding is to slightly lean forward when you're pushing and try to balance when you're not.
Well,
But
sweet. New
with
Nora Knight
the
stuff.
keyboard, you just press and hold the jump button until it's charged up. Then you jump, and you just do the tricks by the right trigger, the left trigger, and the sticks moving different directions. It's
Yeah.
not really something that does much for you, though.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. B, did you complete the main story quest line in Fortuna?
Most of it. I haven't done the VentKid stuff.
Okay, let me put it this way. The only thing that I did as far as event kids is I went in, I talked with the person, and then I couldn't figure out how to get the board. Then I realized, oh wait, let me go to the arsenal. Then I went under the wheel. I found the keyboard. I put it on the wheel. And that is how you get the keyboard. The grinding was a bitch to do. I got it, luckily. The tricks in the air, it's literally you hit the A button and then you hit like the right bumper a couple times, and I got that done. And I forget what the other objective was. It's 5 tricks, 3 or 5 points grindy, and something else, I forget. There's like 4 challenges in the fourth. I got 3 out of the 4 done. The fourth one, which is complete a K race. Yeah, that one's a bitch because there's about 30 K races and only 5 of them are active at a time. So you have no idea which K race will be active in order to be able to complete it.
Yeah. But there are websites that track stuff like that usually to tell you what ones are up. So that's nice. But I haven't done the VentKid thing to unlock the custom boards yet myself. So I you know.
Yeah, I've only partially completed page 1. I have fully completed page 1. I think you got to complete 5 pages in order to finish it.
Yeah, that does not shock me. Although I will say it is kind of my preferred method to take a keyboard around.
I've only got the dirt basic keyboard.
Same.
Less said about my Arcwing, the better.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really love the Arcwings. They're just not well built. They don't really handle well.
When we go on the first mission together, I actually have a surprise now.
Oh?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I have a new thing.
Oh?
Yep, that's all I'm going to say. I have a new thing.
Well, I guess we'll see what it is then.
I'm taking a guess. Most of the time that you've been playing, I've been passed out. Because I haven't played with a foul for, I want to say, a few days.
Yeah, if I had to guess what it's going to be, I'm going to say new Warframe.
Okay, I need to get
Oh,
the...
speaking of which, new Warframe. I unlocked the path to Jupiter, which means now I can get mineral sensors, which means I can unlock the mag and a couple others. So yeah, that's gonna be fun to do.
Yeah, making the new Warframes is always fun. It takes a while to get the blueprints together, but usually it's fun. And sitting there dedicatedly farming at them, it's usually not that hard. Some of the harder ones to get are like Revenant or Gara, and even they aren't that bad. Because you'll get those regardless, because you're going to eventually do what you need to do to get them anyway.
Admittedly, most of my plan tomorrow for when I play this is most likely going to be relics and railjacks.
Fair. I think what we'll probably try to do after we help with the keyboard thing is, or at least after we help explain the keyboard a bit, we'll, what's the name of that quest?
The keyboard, I'm going to put aside. The one thing that I want to do is I want to farm some neural sensors, and there's the boss on Earth, Oro, in the land of Oro, I believe, that I need to beat, because now I am mastery rank level 5, which means I can actually go there. Yay!
Okay,
You
we can do
said
those easy.
Oro on Earth.
And that's the point where you cue the canned applause.
You gotta kill Vahik. Got it. Right. Time to go get myself something to drink, make up a drink, and something to eat.
Yep, I'm gonna get loaded up on Warframe and get warmed up. Oh. Cracking my knuckles sometimes, man. You know, some people are scared that they're going to like dislocate their like knuckles if they crack them too hard. I've actually done that. It's not that bad, and it's easy to relocate. Not saying I recommend it, because it still hurts like a bitch, but
Well, here's the thing about cracking knuckles that I've heard, and I've heard it's a mixed bag. One, when you crack your knuckles, there is a pocket of fluid that builds up in your joints. And cracking them and doing that too often can actually lead to arthritis in your joints because you constantly need to keep doing that as you get older.
you know, they say that, but I've spoken with like bone doctors and a few other people, mostly like what's the word? Well, I spoke with my general practitioner, but I also spoke with a bunch of other doctors about it because I was really curious once because somebody told me that it causes arthritis when you get older, and I actually quite like popping my knuckles, so I was curious and started calling around. And the information that I got was largely that there was only really like a couple of studies that were ever really done on the issue, and that there's not really any credible evidence that it causes arthritis, and in some cases there is some minor evidence to suggest that it can help prevent it even, depending. But they said just go for it. It's not really harmful.
Operator, were you visualizing a bloody
And
battle?
there you have it. The
Me
more you
too.
know.
At least that's what I was told. But I'm sure somewhere out there there are things people can read. I just don't care to. Alright, Warframe's loaded up. Alright.
Oh, God. And this is where the water gets a little cold.
Don't you hate that? The worst part is when the water starts to get cold because it's like I don't want to get a shower, but once I get in the shower and I start feeling that hot water, I don't want to get out.
Here's the issue, okay? Cold water pressure is phenomenal. Hot water pressure is shit. So,
Yeah, it do be like that.
was I turned the water heater up so it's hot as fucking hell and you need cold water. So I can add cold water and it's not, it's got some water pressure and it's not freezing cold. But if I really, really want water pressure, that's when it becomes a little on the cool side, shall we say?
Yeah. See, how do I do that again? It's been so long since I've had to do it.
So much better.
Fair.
I have just over an hour and a half until I get mag.
Nice.
Oh, Fee, I have a question for you.
Yes,
How did it feel to join me in the shower?
Murph.
Oh. I'm surprised the people in Marco's chart aren't cracking up over this right now.
My chat are mostly ever lurkers. And I love them dearly.
Well, at least now you can say you have a clean chat.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I probably never will. Either I'm building up muscles in my back that I didn't know I had, and I'm losing weight while I'm doing it, or something else is askew. That's what I'm going with. I haven't figured out which one it is yet.
Well, when in doubt, ask a medical professional if you can even see one, because in my city you can't.
Wait, Nani, what?
Yeah, up here it's like 6 months to get an appointment with your PCP. Like even the urgent cares are basically people's new PCPs, and they hate it because that's not what they're supposed to be doing. But they don't really have a choice because that's just how the world's working right now.
You act like I have insurance.
Yeah, me neither.
All right. Now then. Warframe. OBS. Oh, I didn't mean to click it twice. Chatbot. Yes. BC base. All right, stream info. What is this out?
I'm breaking my own personal rule on Warframe at once.
What's
Since we're going to be doing at least probably one survival, I should be able to get these levels back up, no problem. But I've just set all 3 of my weapons to be level 0 again. Well,
You
2 of my
formatted them.
weapons, I formatted 2 of them. My Paracesis, which will now be at max level, and my Lex Prime.
Now, there is one thing that I will say that I wish I had that I don't have that I would kind of try to like to use. And we would probably fail epically in the most historical way ever.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get the wolf from the symbol of the wolf from the night.
Oh, yes.
Apparently
That's
there's
fun.
something I'm missing.
Flash and
Okay.
It summons a invasion, basically.
No, it doesn't summon an invasion. Okay. So
about it.
in the Nightwave store, okay, that wolf comes on and does all those different announcements with that red circle thingy.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm talking about? Hold on, give me 1 second. I am going to switch to my headset. 1 second. And where's Discord? There's Discord. Okay, and we're gonna go here.